So this is interesting. I was going back to this area to look at the costumes as part of this extras video, and actually realised there's two new corpses in this area. This guy, and go over here near the newspaper stand. So neither of these corpses were here in the original version of the scene. So this is what it looks like when night times descended on Raccoon City after we leave the police station. I don't think I came back here at this point, or after this point. But yeah, like, that's really interesting. There's two new corpses. Obviously the rest of the scene is darkened, but I didn't think they added anything else into the scene, but there's these corpses. Might have to look around and see if there's any other corpses or anything else new. This has changed as well. Like the ladder, is it a ladder? Staircase it would be, wouldn't it? The staircase is apparently floating in mid-air, but it's no longer down, so we can't go up it. So if you didn't get the herbs, you ain't getting them now. Okay, so we're going to show off the costumes in the game a bit more. Obviously we've seen this one, but there are other costumes, as you might imagine. So this is the Dino Crisis or Regina costume. Basically makes Jill look like Regina from Dino Crisis. Pretty sure it's still Jill's face, but it's Regina's hair and like at least her upper body. I think the legs look a bit thicker. I think those are Jill's legs, but with the textures, Regina's textures over them. Look at that booty though. Oh my. So yeah, it looks as though they've maybe edited the original skin and pulled it over the Jill model. Looks good anyway. Quite like it. I've used that one before in game. This is the biker outfit, or the Wolfenstein Nazi girl outfit, as I call her. I mean, it looks like it, doesn't it? I wonder what that's supposed to be on the back. I guess it's like wings or something. Yeah, it's not a bad costume. Looks a bit bondagey, doesn't it? And this is the disco costume. Basically makes Jill look like she's from the 70s with those platform shoes and the flares. Yeah, I don't really like it very much, to be honest. I think this is is it called the Meter Maid costume? I think I've had it referred to as that before. Basically makes her look like a beat cop. Yeah, there we go. She's got a lovely skirt and a truncheon, handcuffs, and a cap as well. So yeah, that's quite nice. Does it actually look like an RPD uniform though? I thought the colours are a bit off, aren't they? And last but not least, the Stars costume. I think this is probably my favourite costume. Okay, no, we've still got the default costume to look at as well, haven't we? But yeah, I think this is probably my favourite costume. At least in terms of looking practical, like either this or the Dino Crisis costume. All the others, I guess, can be fun, but this one actually looks as though she could go out and fight an army of zombies in, as it did in the original game. We'll just show off the default costume as well. Okay, so she is wearing a holster here, or is it a bandolier? Whatever you call the green thing she's wearing over the tube top. I do quite like this default costume. So I mean, it's not really practical, is it? It looks sort of practical. It looks more practical than like the disco outfit or the beat cop outfit. But a tube top, leather skirt and boots is hardly zombie fighting gear, is it? So yeah, that's all the costumes for the PS1 version. I think there's 2 extra costumes for the PC version. One is another casual outfit that looks a bit like this, but she's wearing like a... They're both sort of blue, I think, blue themed, blue in colour, sort of blue colour themed. One is sort of like a casual outfit, a bit like this, but she's wearing like a sleeveless jumper, I think, if I remember correctly. And then the other one is like a blue suit or a suit of some kind, like a businessy suit. It sort of looks as though they took the disco outfit and made it look a bit more businessy and practical. And the casual one looks as though they just took this, I think, the default outfit and moulded that up. But yeah, I don't think it's really worth it to get those, to be honest, though, because like, I imagine getting the PC version to work now must be a nightmare. But if you do have any wrongs, I guess it could be interesting to look at those. But yeah, that's all the costumes in the PS1 version. I hope that was interesting to look at. So this is interesting. This corpse, I don't know where this corpse came from, but it's a fixed object. Like if you leave the area and come back, it's here. So I guess this must be another victim that appears after you exit the police station. I think if I remember correctly, we did hear somebody screaming or crying out loud when we came back into this area from the was it like a sales office? What are we near? Yeah, like a sales office, when we came to get the supplies from the warehouse with Dario in. So maybe this is who it was who died. Interesting, though. Okay, so this is the scene I actually mentioned before, because we didn't get it. But this is the girl who pops up if we come round this way, when we come back to see the warehouse with Dario in. Because if we came from that way before, but because we came the long way around, the girl appeared. She doesn't last long, I'm afraid. There she is. But it's a neat little touch that when the scene gets remade, you get these additions, being one of them. And if you notice, she's also missing a shoe, which is interesting. But yeah, I like that the game has these little things. I think it's just this area that changes. Like it's only a few screens, but it does make a difference. It adds a bit more realness to the RE3 world. So yeah, it's only like, well, it's not even this area, is it? It's like just down here. Like changes. But yeah, I quite like it. It's like one of those touches about this game that really adds to the depth, I think.